an absolutely brilliant job this year domestically. Let's see if they can take that all the way in the Champions League, because there's no reason, looking at all the other teams and the little problems that they've got around Europe, all the big clubs, there's no reason this Man City side can't win it this year. I mean, there's just, unless they shoot themselves in the foot again. And remember them going out to Lyon last year?
Yeah.
And all the years that they've gone out when they've arguably been the better side.
Spurs, obviously, as well.
Spurs, Liverpool, where they went to Anfield and were dereliction of duty defensively.
Yeah.
Spurs, poor defensively. Lyon last year, poor defensively. They look great. I know they lost a goal in this game, but they've not lost many. They look great defensively. So where are the flaws that the other teams are going to pick apart? It's hard to see it at the moment, even without those wonderful players. You talked about it, I think you asked Jan Agafjordov yesterday about Bayern Munich and Man City. On their day, without mistakes, I think Man City are the better side. They are the best side in Europe, potentially, but they've got to get it done. They've not proven, like PSG, they can get it done. There's no reason, there should be no real excuses this year for the manager, because defensively they've got the pieces of the puzzle in place, and everything else is happening around about them. So I think they should be winning the league and the Champions League this year. I mean, it's not as simple as that, but I don't see any reason or any excuses, even without a couple of those players, why they shouldn't be doing it.
Don, what has been impressive this run? We take a look at the bookies. 66-1 on. Remember, that means you've got to put £66, dollars, whatever you want on to win $1 or pound Champions League.
You're explaining that for dummies, because even I knew that.
Well, I'm just explaining. I'm just emphasising how emphatic it is. Champions League 3-1, FA Cup 11-8. They're through to the quarter-finals. Carabao Cup 5-1. They got to finish play Spurs in the final. Don, it is very, very, isn't it, feasible for this side to win all 4 of those trophies this season?
Yeah, it's feasible. I mean, taking the 4, would be some feat. I mean, Guardiola's trophy haul, wherever he's been, has been huge. And you just got the feeling this year or this season he's going to be coming up with a lot of trophies. They'll sail past Gladbach in the Champions League. That'll be a massive number. They'll win that by, it could be anything, 4, 5, 6, 7, because Gladbach are nowhere near the side City are. I think the impressive thing, like Craig said, is they're doing this without Aguero and Jesus, really. But they've got the talent, they've got the intelligence. If Riyad Mahrez wants to play as a false 9, or Gundogan playing as a false 9, Raheem Sterling the same. They've got quality at the back. As Craig said again, Ruben Diaz and John Stones have been ridiculous. And now John Stones is fighting for his place. Didn't play tonight. I think that's because it was against Everton, his former club. And Laporte done well. So the standard of their football has just been incredible, and they've got back, I think, to the City of a couple of years ago, where you watch them play, there's an expectancy when you watch them, because they are so good, and it doesn't matter really who comes in front of them. You think, City will win this, City will win this, and they're doing it. I think, what's that, 17 on the spin? Yeah. It's incredible.
But, there'll be those out there that talk about money and squads and what, but that's to gloss over the coaching aspect. We can say, Guardiola picks, he's at Barca, did a great job there. They weren't great when he took over, and he moulded them into this amazing team. Steps into Bayern, already a successful team. City have lots of money. But you don't just put all these players together and they play like that. You don't. It's not as simple as that. And you don't have the fullbacks playing the way they are. You don't have the goalkeeper playing it out the way he does. You don't have the movement of the front guys and the wide guys in the midfield. That doesn't just happen by him saying, all right, lads, here's the team this week. There's the 11, let's go and play. Right. It's about what they... And look, he has his faults, and we talked about it. He's had to be more pragmatic defensively. That's why they haven't won the Champions League, and maybe they won't. But their performances don't just happen by sticking together some of the best players around Europe. You've got to put them in there, and then you've got to work with them, and then they've got to understand what you want. Cancelo, a case in point. Right? The way he plays, the way he drops in the middle of the park, the way Raheem Sterling's improved, all of these things. Right? You can not like Guardiola, you can whatever. You might prefer Klopp, or you might think Zidane's great, or whatever. I don't care. It's not just money. It's about what he does on the training field, and that is crystal clear when you watch them play. And even, as Dom was saying, and I think you said, Ancelotti said, it's a head-scratcher how you stop them. They might have days where in front of goal. They have 70% possession and don't score. I've seen it. But that's not to say that their movement and their build-up play is a real head-scratcher for a lot of these managers. How do we stop this?
Sure.
They've all tried it. Go at them, sit back, press them. And they've all tried different things, and it's been really, when they're super fluid, and they weren't fluid last year, when they're super fluid, they're a real, I mean, them and PSG at the moment, if they were to meet, holy smokes.
Bayern Munich as well, you'd say as well.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, probably PSG and Man City.
I think Bayern Munich probably better.
Well, I would say not.
There we are.
Thanks so much for watching ESPN on YouTube. And for more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for premium content and live streaming, subscribe to ESPN Plus.